Prime Minister's announcement that he'll be granting duty-free concession on vehicles to the police?
Definitely. Whilst I was tuned in, listening to the presentation, when I heard it, it came as a surprise to me. I took the opportunity to share the information with the members, who seemed very excited at the time. The Police Welfare Association, during negotiations, would have seen it fit to approach the Prime Minister as it pertains to the issues of duty-free concessions for police officers. We had the conversation, we prepared a proposal, and the proposal was not just one on the surface, but we felt that it would have covered every police officer in service. We felt that there was a benchmark for a starting point, and we broke it down into 3 to 4 categories as to how the Welfare Association believes that the concession could be given. The Welfare Association, knowing the financial position of the country, would not have come out and just said everybody is. We broke it down. So we literally tied it into the into your service and what you would have given to the country, and the country in turn would give back to you. We heard the pronouncements, which says that police officers, fire officers, doctors and nurses shall receive a duty-free concession for a period of time. We've not gotten the final document as it pertains to the duty-free concession, but it
neither the period of time.
Neither the period of time. So,
okay.
so we are actually awaiting further discussion on the cabinet conclusion as to how it will be done, whether our recommendation was actually taken or not. But it is something that I know the Police Welfare Association for many years have been trying to get that kind of arrangement with the government, where police officers can be given the opportunity to purchase a duty-free motor vehicle, which would assist in increasing the levels of productivity within the Royal St. Lucia Police Force.
Because it's a fact, and you could correct me, that there are some police officers who use their own personal vehicle during the execution of the duty, don't they?
Definitely. We have a number of police officers at the various stations, departments. When police vehicles are not available, they would jump into the vehicle, take 3-4 persons. Same as that there are civilians who grant us the very same favor as well. But it is important to note that if without the duty free, that police officers can go to that extent, far less or much less when the duty free concessions begin, the police officer now will depend less on the state resource. The police officer now will ensure that on his commute to work will offer a ride to a fellow brother who is not yet in a position to purchase a duty-free concession. We know that not every police officer can buy a vehicle immediately. We know that we're in a time where the markets may not be. We are in financial, the financial platforms are not very stable. But we believe that there were persons from who've been for years, for last year into this year, who've been saying, hey, as soon as the government would have given this concession, I would have already secured my loan to capitalize on it. So police officers indeed did play a smart move in terms of preparing themselves and buying a vehicle that they can afford. We still ask persons to exercise financial prudence.
Definitely.
We ask persons,
especially in this time. In this
time, not to just rush into to just buy vehicle and the maintenance. So we ask persons to budget, to take to take into consideration some of the financial implications that may come with purchasing a vehicle. But as a welfare association, this is another milestone. This is another great position for us in terms of the so many in terms of putting so many wins into our basket, and I believe that if I would not an executive member of the Police Welfare Association, I would definitely thank the executive for being able to speak on behalf of police officers, ensuring that they remain constant and causing for the Prime Minister to make such statement, offering that concession to police officers.
Okay, Brother Chico, but however, this has caused some debate. So I would like to hear your reaction to some of those points that have been brought up social media and various forms of media. Some people believe that this may just be a political strategy. Some persons believe that they're concerned that not just too long ago, the police presented a united front, let's say with the other unions, the TUF, CSA, etc. And some persons believe that that a possibility of making such a move might possibly cause the police, or there might be some form of division, a divide and conquer tactic by the government. What say you on that?
Well, I understand the position in terms of persons would say that it's a political move. Sometimes political moves benefit certain persons, and if something benefits you, you capitalize on it and you make use of it. I don't think that it is totally a political move. We would have negotiated this for quite some time. We would have written almost 3 to 4 letters reminding and continue asking our commissioner to make representation at his weekly meetings with cabinet, again throwing it in the ears of the Minister of National Security. And one thing that is very...
But what about concerns about the possible divide and rule? Do you think that is enough to cause the police to say, hey, TUF, we no longer standing side by side on various issues?
Definitely not. The police, as I've said, has a conscience. And as we know that we are not into negotiations as it pertains to the modality of pay approached upon by the subcommittee of cabinet to the police welfare associations and other unions. We are in discussions. So there is no need for persons to think the divide and rule. And I dare say that, Zach, that for you to believe that if a concession is given to the police or the fire service or the nurses or the doctors, such would cause a divide. This is really looking at the associations who received it into almost like a suspect action look or something like that. But I'm not perturbed, neither am I disturbed by some of these comments. At the end of the day, Zach, I know that we have police officers who are in dire need, who need the concession, and the concession is going to benefit them and the family. It's also going to create... It actually assists the national strategy for crime in this country in terms of allowing the police to be a lot more mobile. Because I can tell you, I had a conversation with the president of the minibus, the NCOPT, and I was amazed with the level of the conversation. He indicated to me, Chico, as much as we enjoy the security of the police and we enjoy the business of the police, but it is disheartening as a bus driver to see the police at 11 and 12 midnight after one standing in the city of Castries on the roadsides waiting for transportation. And it broke my heart. And to see this is a concern of a citizen, a civilian, brings it up to the Welfare Association. I am indeed pleased that the consideration has been given to the police, the nurses, the firemen, and the doctors. I'm sure that good wisdom will prevail, and eventually it can be a program which is rolled out to around the board. But for now, we heard the explanation, and we must treat with it.